What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dark Magician Duelist, and I'm coming with my man Tophies, and we are coming with a little deck discussion. Well, not deck discussion, but a discussion video for you guys today. It actually is kind of a deck discussion. It is the top 5 structure decks of all time. We're basically going to talk about like what were the best structure decks ever released by Konami, like as an individual structure deck. We got 5 of the top decks probably ever, as far as like for budget players and whatnot. For those who were looking for like cheap decks back in the day, we're also taking into consideration like what had the best reprints, because of course Konami likes to include like reprints and structure decks and whatnot. So we're including those as well, but we're just overall looking at probably the top 5 best general structure decks that had the most impact on the meta. Alright, so just to start out, we have number 5, Realm of Light structure deck. That was the Lightsworn structure deck. JD, yeah. So a lot of these cards, the Lightsworn cards that were in that structure deck, first got printed in Light of Destruction, as well as the Duelist Genesis. So a lot of these cards were really expensive at the time. So it was a really great like structure deck, because a lot of people played Lightsworns back in the day, but like ulti JDs are like so expensive it's not even funny. So when they got reprints and just the entire Lightsworn engine got reprints, it just really helped the deck and people who wanted to play the deck out. Also, it gave us Michael. And Michael is a great synchro monster that saw play in not only Lightsworns, but Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, he was great. I love him in Blue Eyes, because just the ability to banish stuff on your field is just great. But I love Michael. And like all the cards, mill, everybody knows how Lightsworns work. But yeah, Lightsworns was probably the best budget deck for a while because of that structure deck. Also, if you are a Lightsworn player, I highly recommend that once Burning Abyss gets their Link monster, please try out Lightsworn Burning Abyss. That deck is crazy. I love that deck so much. But yeah, Lightsworns / Realm of Light structure deck is my number 5 best structure deck of all time. Number 4?
Yeah, so number 4 we picked DDDs. Regardless of their little
Pendulum Domination. The Pendulum
Domination.
Yeah.
So regardless of the like 2-week rule that they had, and it's only because TCG is so like messed up in so many ways. They don't organize things properly. They release things late. DVDs were supposed to come out way before this.
Yeah, I was about to say, weren't they supposed to be out like last year and they came out this year?
And due to like Konami's just irresponsibility, it's retarded. Like they should not have done that. That's why DVDs seemed like not that great in TCG. But in OCG, they got hit because of how strong they were.
Yeah.
And as far as reprints go, they give you Allure of Darkness. Like, that is such a badass reprint.
That's still like a $5 common, like, believe it or not. People buy that structure deck just to get those Allure of Darknesses.
Yeah, man, I don't blame them. Like, badass.
Yeah, that's a...
it's in perfect sync with the deck, obviously. You start off with boards like Crystal Wing, Siegfried, Hope Harbinger, so you got 2 spell negations and you got a monster negation, which already it's terrible. Just like having 1 monster negation on board is annoying, because you have to just work around that regardless of it being only 1 monster negation. And then 2 Siegfried spell / trap, right?
Yeah, I believe it's spell / trap, yes.
Best case scenario, you stop them. Worst case scenario, you don't get burned for having contracts on board, So it doesn't hurt. And you have, like, board presence of 3 beat sticks, 2 3Ks, and then, I believe Siegfried's 28. Regardless, they're very strong. So yeah, DDDs establish a very good board.
Well, you got to consider, too, it's more like 6K for Crystal Wing, because that can just absorb attack power of, like, whatever. So, whatever it negates, it gets stronger, equal to that monster's attack. So, it's actually a lot bigger than 3K. It's more like, typically, like, 5 or 6K, like, in any given turn. So,
yeah, with this little built-in honest,
yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, built-in honest, especially because we just got done with Lightsworns. By the way, Lightsworns are also good because they abuse the hell out of honest. Like,
I know, yeah. Like, when people don't use honest, like even 1, I'm like, why?
Why?
You can do so much with it. You can win games.
Man, you know what's really funny? Is when somebody tries to swing into your JD and you honest them, and then they...
I know, they like finally getting over JD. It's like, no.
Yeah, no.
Nope, not happening. But that's number 4.
Yeah, DDDs are a solid number 4. They can still make really stupid boards. But anyway, number 3. This one is a biggie. because of how long this deck has been around. And although this structure deck is like so expensive, it's like unbuyable because it's like $30 a copy. You probably know what I'm
That's
talking
crazy.
about. It's the Hero Strike structure deck, the E-Hero structure deck.
Ink Law.
I wanted to play that deck for so long, but the structure decks were so expensive. I was just like, nope. It's $30 for one box, like one structure deck. It's too much, but it's such a good deck. Oh my god, Dark Law shuts down plays for days. If somebody's going to swing into your Dark Law, mash change into another one, or you mash change into a different masked hero just to protect yourself, and then
back row.
yeah, you set back row for days. And if I remember correctly, like the structure deck itself comes with some pretty good traps, like Compulse and Bottomless.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, I think that's right. It may come with like
I like
Torrential.
the combo initiators they put in there, like Summoner Monk and Goblinberg. Like,
Yes.
that's so helpful that they put that in.
Yeah, I forgot they put Goblinberg in there. I was like, what? So they already give you like a way to get to your. Yeah, it's so good, man. I love heroes. I love like regular heroes, not even just like the Dark Law Turbo, but I've always liked
100%.
yeah, like
Regular, just heroes on their own is like such a fun deck to play.
You ever gone against a Rainbow Dragon or a Rainbow Neos rather?
I believe one time, but I don't think he really did much with it, to be honest. But yeah, I think one time.
Well, I've actually. The problem with that card is that none of it just shuffles it back, like all your stuff back in your deck. And so I had already warned, he had summoned Dark Law, and I warninged it. And I wasn't expecting him to have like anything else in hand, but he had 3 cards in hand: a Poly, a Neos, and a Rainbow Dragon. And I was like, how did you even get that lucky? I don't understand. I don't understand how you got that lucky. But at any rate, yeah, he Rainbow Dragon me, and he had like one set card. And so he shuffled it. He sent it to grave and shuffled my stuff back in, and I didn't have a strike or anything to chain to it. So yeah, I just kind of got wrecked on that one. But yeah, heroes are definitely, they were a great structure deck, and believe me, you will know because that price tag that comes with it definitely is telling of how good that deck actually is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Right, so number 2, we agreed with True King Dino. I think that's pretty obvious just from this previous format. Like, and even now, True King Dino is just amazing. The fact that it comes with a boss monster, like, I feel like that's kind of old school now. That you don't really get decks with a boss monster, like a boss monster in the main deck.
Yeah.
But Ultimate Conductor Tyranno has a Book of Moon effect, and then it sends things to grave. It doesn't destroy them.
Yeah.
So you're not floating. You're getting sent to grave instantly. And then say you have like 3 monsters on board, that's instant 3k.
Yeah.
And then True King Dinos have the best board presence ever. You always have on board all the time.
Yeah. And the thing about that floating thing is that your little Cosmos don't end up. They just get. Man. It's so bad because my buddy plays Cosmos actually in real life, and he does not like going against that deck because his Dark Destroyer doesn't float, his Dark Planet doesn't float, like nothing. It just shuts everything off.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's another good.
It's a 3,500 beats thing. Yeah, that's kind of hard to get over.
Yeah, it really is. And if they want to be a little bit protective, what they can do is summon a Lagia and then have that Tyranno sitting there too. So even if you try to negate something, it's just like, well, you're not really doing anything. But
that deck is fast.
And on top of that,
and then Tyranno Infinity. Let's not forget the biggest beat stick of them all. Because you manage so much things in that deck, So it's just such an easy play to do.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to give that deck a shout out for. That deck has probably done the best at like including stables because you get a Twin Twisters number 1 that was like. It was like 15. It was like $15 a piece. Like before, I think they were around $15 a piece before they got reprinted.
Yeah.
And then, Quaking was like a $15 card for sure because it was only printed in like Ultra in Breakers of Shadow, and it did not get a reprint. They gave you some like really good reprints in there.
Yeah, that structure deck was busted. The only thing I liked about the other one, the one that was paired with him, was the Maxi with the
the Maxi.
That's the only good thing they had, the Maxi. But I mean, that's still a good reprint, even though it's kind of hit to 1 now.
Yeah, probably gonna get banned, but. Yeah, the Ancient Gear structure deck, they just needed something more that I picked that deck up when it came out, and I was just like, I really wish they had given it something else, like a way to have board presence and establish like some control. But Ancient
It's just a
Gears,
bit slow, right? It's just a
yeah,
bit slow is what it is.
it's not even that it's slow. It just gets wrecked by like just faster. It gets wrecked by number one kaiju's. Like if you can kaiju it, you can out the deck. And number two, it's just their boss monster now is level 9, and that can brick. So they just needed better card design, I think. What made me the most upset is that they didn't give you like any extra deck stuff. Like there was so much stuff in Raging Tempest that came out for Ancient Gears.
Right?
Yeah, like all the fusions, like Howitzer and Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Like come on, Konami, just like include some extra deck stuff in that structure deck. And that's another thing about that Hero Strike deck. I know that we already moved off that topic, but they gave you like so much. They gave you like 4 or 5 fusions in that one deck, including Dark Law.
Yeah. Albeit people don't really use it because it's all about Dark Law, but
yeah.
still, you got the options to use basically all the elements, right?
Yeah, basically. Yep. Ancient Gears just didn't really have all that kind of. They didn't have that power that Dino Smasher's Fury did. Dinos were probably the second best structure deck of all time, except for the number one. There's not even a question to this. This is the number one structure deck of all time. Emperor of Darkness, number one. AKA Domain Monarchs. There is not even a question to how good this deck is. At its prime with 3 Pantheism and 3 Stormforth, there is no question to how. I still think Pantheism needs to be back at 2. I'm sorry, get triggered. I like it. No, we have no consistency. Like play some trade-ins, but that's the best you're gonna do. Play trade-ins and Allure of Darknesses, but we still need our Pantheism back. But Domain Monarchs, like you don't understand how many decks got shreked by that structure deck when it came out. Number one, you could build a deck for literally $30 because Domain Monarchs don't need an extra deck. So you could literally pick up 3 copies of that structure deck and like 2 Kuraz, and you would have like a fully built deck. And you would not have to buy.
It's like maybe Kuraz or
Vanity's Fiend, right? Yeah. And
only other thing you needed.
Or maybe not even a Vanity's, just get like a Majesty's Fiend and like you're set to go. So it's just
they were in the tin, so like $2 now.
Yeah,
that was easy to pick up.
It destroyed like every extra deck ever. Like the Mega Monarchs are crazy. Mega Caius just wrecks.
Oh my gosh. Destroys your deck.
Yeah.
It destroys your deck.
Mega Thestalos rips cards out of your hand. Erebus shuffles cards in your hand, field, or graveyard back into your deck.
Just get rid of your extra deck.
Yeah. Summon Vanity's Fiend, activate March, you lose. Pantheism needs to be at 2 though. Like I'm sorry. What has that deck done? What has that deck done seriously since it got limited? Sorry. Needs to be at 2. Needs to be at 2. I don't want it at 3, and I wouldn't mind seeing Stormforth get banned as a Monarch player because that card makes me salty. But
that's a dirty card, yeah.
But Monarchs, they were on top for a while because they had that draw power with Pantheism. But once it got limited, it was either allure or bust, homie. Yeah.
Or don't play the deck.
Yeah, or don't play the deck. But them Squires too, though, like the like Adea and Eidos. Like,
and then you could banish to recover if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what makes them broken. Is that not only does Adea recover your Pantheism, but you can banish your Eidos to get another Adea from deck, which is like...
Yeah, you special it, right?
Yeah, you special it from deck. And then you special summon the Eidos, and you have not used your normal summon yet. So you get an addition. So you basically get 2 tribute summons in 1 turn. So you can summon an Erebus and a Vanity's Fiend and literally end the game. It's crazy how good that deck is. So.
I know that Majesty's Fiend is searchable.
It's searchable off return, yeah. It's just a really good deck. It's the best structure deck ever, like, period. But anyway, guys, that is our top 5 structure deck lists of all time. Let us know what you guys think about our choices in the comments below. And be sure to check out Tophies' channel, and I will leave the link to his channel in the description below as well. This is it for me. That is your boy DMD. And thanks for watching / listening, and I am out.